I gotta add my sound effect in there at some point.
Yeah. We gotta get to it now.
Matter of fact, hold on. While we kind of getting it going, I can do it on the spot. Oh yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
Sounds just like you. Sounds just like you.
It is me, sir.
I know. On deck with it.
Yeah, man. So now we official with it. We had the 6 ringing for the past couple of episodes. But then we got that. Now we got that action going on too, man. So we are in completion around here. My peoples, what's up? Whatever he said podcast. We are Bike in Duval style, back for the world. What's good? What's great? Dedrick L. Hicks Jr., my brother. How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. Feeling great. Glad to be back for another episode. Appreciate all the love, support for everybody out there.
Yeah.
But just glad to be back, man. Ready to get into some discussions.
Indeed, man. All right. Before we get into it, my peoples, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. To my subscribers already, thank you so much. But to the people that have came across this, if you enjoy it, please, 1, subscribe, and then 2, engage with us in the comments. We would love to have some conversations about some of the topics that we're talking about. All right. So we're gonna start this thing off right. LP in the house tonight. We have our one gotta go action. One gotta go action.
Ready for it.
Now it's gonna be kind of a 2-parter. Not even kind of.
Okay, that's cool.
2-parter. It's a 2-parter. All right.
That's cool.
R&B group edition. Being the fact that we're going to talk about the infamous verses that happened last week, which I'm ready to have that conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
So here we go. R&B group edition. One has to disappear completely. I'm talking about music, albums, hits, all the things. Okay. Jodeci, Boys to Men, New Edition, and Tony. And you had to explain, like, the one that you get rid of, why. Well, what would the R&B world be losing to get rid of the person that you're getting rid of?
Could you say the groups again, please?
Okay, all right. Jodeci.
Yeah.
Boys to Men. New Edition. And Tony. Now, you got to get rid of one of them completely. One got to go completely. But you have to let me know what would R&B be losing with the person you said with the group that you said got to go.
Oh, man. I mean, so it's not an easy choice, but it is kind of easy.
Well, hey, hold on. Round of applause. I feel like I got you a little bit, my guy.
Yeah, you got me going. This is a much better attempt from, what we had.
That was the first one that I did. You got to give. Hey,
salute. So those who this show is fairly young, but I'm a huge R&B head. I love R&B. I am a hugest R&B fan. So this is a tough one because I appreciate all of these phenomenal groups. I have such a high respect for all of them. But I guess we just do it like this. Boys and Men never going nowhere. That's my top male R&B group of all time. So they not going nowhere. Okay. And then of course Jodeci's not going anywhere. So it really comes down to Tony.
Oh boy.
And who was the other one?
New Edition.
Yeah, New Edition. So it really comes down to Tony, New Edition. So it's too much that came from New Edition. Too much. Ralph, Bobby, Bell Biv, like it's just too much that came from New Edition. So if I get rid of New Edition, I'm getting rid of Ralph and all that. I can't do that. So it's gonna have to be Tony. Okay. It's going to have to be Tony. And I don't feel good about it. I feel awful about this decision that I made. I don't feel great about this. You know, someone out there might be saying blaspheme. Somebody might be out there. And I feel you. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, Tony, they brought such a live energy to R&B. Of course, their anniversary record is played every day, no matter where you are in the world. It's somebody's anniversary and that song is being played. So if that one record is their thumbprint on R&B, if you ask me, just kind of like, what are they known for? That record is just kind of standout. But if you really know about Tony, just a feel good R&B band. They covered everything. I think you're gonna lose maybe some of the spirit of R&B by not having Tony around, especially in that time frame where they were very prominent and relevant and producing some excellent music, some excellent albums. But I just think when you look at Boyz II Men and you look at Jodeci and you look at New Edition, I just think that the groundwork of all three of those bands, you would literally be losing a limb, like a bodily limb from R&B if you got rid of one of those bands. So not to slight Tony any kind of way, because I love them. I love Tony. They make excellent music. And I remember growing up, my auntie and my uncle, I mean, we had barbecues every weekend, either at my grandma's house or at my aunt's house. And Tony was being served up, along with Boyz II Men, along with New Edition, and along with Jodeci. Well, Jodeci didn't come on until the sun started to come down, because that means we had to go inside to get ready for school the next day. And the grown folks were still out there listening to Jodeci. Yep. They were still on the wine coolers. You know what I mean? They still out there shooting, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what they was doing. So yeah, it's Tony is going to be my choice.
Fair enough.
And I don't feel great about it. So thank you, Al Pete.
You're welcome. I was hoping Tony wouldn't have got removed, but
I feel you.
Good. It's fine.
I feel you. Boyz II Men ain't never going nowhere, so that was out of the equation.
Yeah,
out of the equation for me. Yeah,
I feel like I would have got rid of Boyz II Men. Yeah, I got rid of Boyz II Men.
Really?
Listen, they
would.
Yeah,
How, Pete? How?
Well,
yes.
Well, so I'll start with Tony, man. Tony. You know, I have my categories. I have my soul category, then I have like my R&B category. So like I'm more on the soul tip. So Tony just gave me that soul. Like he gave me that.
I got you.
Burn that incense, you know what I'm saying? Stir up some brown sugar with some, you know, with all that. Like, it just gave me that that type of action or whatever. And Boyz II Men,
I got you.
Like Boyz II Men to me was like, I don't want to say cookie cutter, because they always gave us like really good love ballads. And listen, it skated us through our high school years, boy, straight up.
I got you.
So
I got you.
Yeah, so I think that's my only distinction. Like my only reason why.
I feel you. Respect.
But out of all the people that we talk about, Boyz II Men's love ballads was the strongest out of everybody's joint. So that's where if I was going to lose,
no doubt about it,
if we was going to lose something by removing Boyz II Men, it would definitely be the love ballads, like all day, like Down on Bended Knees. Come on, geez, like
come on, bruh.
Down on
come on, bruh. The water runs dry. I'll make love to you. Like, stop it, bro. Like, we can just keep going on and on. Like, So that's what I'm saying. Like, getting rid of Boyz II Men, get rid of New Edition, getting rid of Jodeci, bro. It's a real blow if you don't have one of those bands around. No disrespect to Tony, but I feel you though. I feel you.
Yeah,
good one though, Pete. Good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I got something for you next week. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, you already loaded?
Cooking over here.
That boy say, wait till next week.
Just wait. Yes, sir.
Word
yes,
up, man.
Sir.
Well, my people that enjoyed it, let us know in the comments what you think. Like who would you get rid of?
We would love to know.
Yeah, who would you get rid of? Yeah.
Great discussion there. Great discussion.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking of R&B, You want me to usher this in, or you want to usher it? Well, no, well,
No, go ahead. Go
all right.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Um,
ahead.
Speaking of R&B, I had a conversation about it last night about R&B and who gets
Mm-hmm.
paired up and stuff like that. And then we all know
Mm-hmm.
the nucleus or the genesis and the premise. I would say the best word is premise of
Mm-hmm.
verses. So every time
Mm-hmm.
verses comes around, everybody has like this thought process when they comparing this and the third. And so when it gets to R and
Mm-hmm.
B, they do the hip hop, they do the groups, they do
Mm-hmm.
all the type of things, genres. But then when you get to R&B, it is always like kind of a special moment, especially when it comes to the R&B men. So with that being said, we had 1 week to prepare for Joe and Donnell Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened. And, when it comes to verses, if you living up on the rock, I'll let you know. For the whole week, when the announcement is made, for a whole week before it happens, we are all putting our money in. Like, who's gonna win? Who got
Yeah.
this? If they don't do it this time, they need to perform this song. Like everything happens,
Mm-hmm.
and then it
Yeah.
happens, and then it happens,
And then it happens.
and then it happens. And yeah, I'm gonna let D share his feelings on it. I have some good feelings on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get to it. I was really excited for this one. I was really excited for this one. Very happy. Like I said, I'm an R&B head, and this is my era R&B. These two gentlemen, countless classic records and countless R&B moments, especially when I'm coming up finding myself. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But man, I knew going in that Joe would have enough to eventually get the win over Donnell. I think that was the consensus out there too. I think the consensus was that Joe just going to have a little bit more in the tank. And I didn't think that Joe would wash Darnell. I thought Joe would get a clean win, like just a clean win, but it was going to be no smut on Darnell. And that was up until the point until Darnell Jones opened his mouth.
There we go.
Verses these days are about performance. And that's a part of the verses that I kind of don't like these days because you don't really get a chance to kind of fall back in love with the essence of the record as it was delivered to us at that one point in time. Now these artists are pressured to perform these records, especially on the R&B side. Now initially when verses started, that wasn't the case. Now I'm not saying I don't appreciate the performances. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But Joe washed Darnell because Darnell can't sing no more. He can't sing no more. So when these records are coming on, I walked in the room. My wife already had it on blamming in the house. Blamming. I walked in the house, go straight back to the bedroom. She's pissed. Donnell is wetting the bed, bro. Look, my wife was pissed. So I'm listening to this, and I'm like, yo, he really can't sing anymore. When my boy went, I don't want more. And then my man, niggas wanna be like fun. Niggas wanna bust they guns. Cause it's so hard. And then my boy said, ooh. It was tough to watch. It was just tough to watch. Joe was so smooth. He did what he did. And just shout out to Joe. I mean, the game was over halfway through. He just started bigging up Donnell, just showing Donnell love. That's how you know a man done lost. When your opponent start bigging you up midway through a matchup, done deal.
Uh-huh.
And that's one of the disadvantages for some of these artists. I'm not saying that Donnell doesn't do shows. I'm not saying he doesn't sing still and be in the studio. But this is some of the disadvantage for some of these artists who are not really active. We know Joe's still out here on tour.
Mm-hmm.
It feel like every other month I see a new poster on a promotion with Joe touring on an R&B tour somewhere. I can't tell you the last time I even seen Donnell Jones. So they both look great on stage. I love the vibe of it. Shout out to both bands. They did really, really well. But Donnell's finished. He can't sing anymore. That's just the bottom line. He can't sing anymore. So it was a tough watch. It was a tough listen. I appreciated the moment for what it was. But it's over. It was over, and it was a tough watch. So I had to remind myself, you know what I mean? Go to my Donnell Jones playlist and kind of restore the feeling the next day. And that's what I did, because that was just really hard to listen to. So again, when you hear the man up there, knock me off my feet. It was so, I see it is hard. And then my man didn't know the words of half his songs. But we're not gonna get into that one. So yeah, that's my take on it. I love the event. I love the pairing. I thought it would be a great moment for R&B, and honestly, it was. But that's the disadvantage to these verses these days, man. You gotta perform. And unfortunately, Donnell Jones was not ready to do that up against Joe, who was flawless in his performance. So that's my take.
Yeah. First off, hold on, brother. You are like blurry. You see yourself?
Am I?
Yeah. Jesus.
I don't know why.
Hold on.
I should put yourself on solo and give your thoughts, and let me go check something.
Okay. So my thoughts. I mean, I'm gonna get to it, man. Oh boy, my guy got washed. Donnell Jones got washed completely, and I'm never one of those like competition type of guys or whatever, or like, you know. Well, when I watch verses, I think it's inevitable that you can go in there without thinking that it's going to be a competition. It's a versus, so it's like one artist versus other artists. All right, but I'm not like a competition guy. I'm like, you know, kumbaya. That's the thing. I'm like, kumbaya. We just here to have a good time, whatever. Blah 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 blah. But man, Donnell Jones got washed, man, and it was. When I walked in, I was like, man, Joe got too many darn hits. Like, I really feel like Joe could have went an hour. He could have went when it was done. He could have probably went another hour, a whole another hour playing nothing but his hits. Now that's just his hits. Let alone we talking about, you know, performances or whatever. So he probably could have performed another hour as well. But I just in my thinking, I think that I just feel like yeah, man, I just feel like he well, hold on, let me say this. I already felt like Joe had way more hits than Donnell Jones. No disrespect to Donnell Jones is his catalog. No disrespect to his catalog, because his catalog is decent. But I'm thinking, when we thinking about Joe, we think about Donnell Jones, I immediately be like, all right, he has a catalog for one. So if Donnell come out there, Donnell gonna have to come out there swinging. The performance part, that I felt like that was to his disadvantage. It was funny because somebody online was like, he got his microphones from Big Lots or something like that. So, like, I was like, damn, dog, Big Lots, Jesus Christ, that's pretty tragic. So that was another thing. So I felt like it wouldn't have been so much of a slaughter if he didn't have to perform. So if he didn't have to perform, it'd be a different story. But Joe just got like the hits, man. Period. Like, he just got the hits, and he outperformed them. Now, one thing that I meant, like Donnell Jones. Now, when he came out of the pocket with 702, and then I didn't know that he penned that song for 702. I didn't know that he penned that Usher song, the "Thinking of You" joint. Which that was crazy because he had the background singer singing in, and the background singer sounded just like Donnell Jones, like how you were saying it. so
Horrible.
horrible, yeah. So, but those were good, like counteracts or whatever. But Joe just was like performing. Even with Joe came out and did the same song twice. He just did a remix. He did the first time he did a remix, and then the second time he did original. So I was just like, but it didn't matter, because Joe had already watched them. And then on top of that, the boy bring out G Unit. G
Yeah,
Unit.
getting 50 out there was different. Yeah.
Like big,
Yeah, getting 50 out there was different.
big different, D. Like big different. Like dog, G Unit comes out there and it reminded us of all the music that they've done together. So, and even with that, outside of that talk or whatever, I was just reminded, like, shout out to Larry Love, man. We was talking about it, and he was mentioning, like, he said something about like R. Kelly was trying to sabotage Joe's like career at one point.
Yeah, that's a true. That's a story that's been out there. Yeah,
I didn't even know that. So they was
yeah.
saying that in relation to
Because you
like,
remember,
no, go ahead.
no, you remember when Joe first hit the scene. Who did he look like? What did he look like?
I thought he looked
Bald
like
headed
Joe.
guy. That's what I'm saying. But from just in the comparison, R. Kelly was right away when Joe hit the scene.
Really? Wow. That I would have never thought. But again, I don't come from that spirit. You know, my spirit is never on some
Right.
competition. You know, I just be, you know, that type of stuff. So I never looked at it like that. I thought R. Kelly would just, he stood on his own. And I felt like Joe stood on his own. So a comparison, that's crazy.
From R. Kelly's mind, he
Touche.
thought that.
Touche.
And then Joe had that pen.
So on that tip, they were saying there was really nobody that could really go against Joe. And from my understanding, people were saying that some people were asked to do a versus with Joe and they declined because of the fact that Joe has like an immaculate like career and music and all that stuff. And I was like, well, goddamn, like I ain't I know Joe is dope, but like that dope, like was Joe that close to Kels like that?
Joe got records, man.
I mean,
Joe
he got records, no
man.
doubt, but I didn't. But
and his pen.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I just yeah. So that was interesting, but I overall, and I land my plan on this, but like Joe, the verses was great. Like I enjoyed the R&B factor of it. I mean, we talk about R&B all the time, like how the phenomenal of like R&B is right now. So to see those two guys dominate in that regards, you know, I respected that part. But it just, and I love having these sidebar conversations about it. Like I did not know that R. Kelly and Joe was on this tip like this. No clue.
Yes, yeah, that story been floating out there for a while. That they say R. Kelly actually told Joe to his face. You know, because I guess, you know, at the time, I don't know, R. Kelly maybe saw, or I don't know why. I don't know why R. Kelly felt the way he felt, but that story has been floating around there for a good little bit. But Joe has always, in my opinion, he's been someone who has never really got his just due. Until you just go back and relive the catalog, and then you realize about all the joints that he wrote and all the rooms that he's in for certain type of records. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I knew coming in that it potentially could have been a long day for Donnell Jones. It could potentially have been a long day for him, especially on the singing tip.
It was a long day. It was a long day
on the singing tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then again, you know, Donnell just, I think Joe would have won no matter what. I thought it would have been a closer, cleaner win. But the performance these days with verses, they matter so much, bro. I mean, just go ask Omarion when he went up against Mario. Like, Omarion came in there, and I guess he thought he was going to slide Mario. But, bro, Mario can sing.
Hey, literally slide across the stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then old boy
like,
came
Mario
out there.
Can really sing.
And then old boy came out there. What's that boy name? Jeremiah. No, was that verses when Jeremiah came
Jeremiah
out
and Bobby Valentino. Yeah, and Bobby Valentino and Ray J, all of them up there looking like clowns. And Mario told me, y'all sound crazy, bro.
Mario was like, no.
Yeah. Mario said, y'all sound crazy, bro.
And
y'all sound
crazy,
say,
bro. Stop.
Yeah, that was the night, and I knew and I just was really surprised that Donnell showed up like that. I just was vocally. I was surprised from the moment he opened his mouth because he looked good. He looked good, like he taking care of himself.
Yeah.
You know, he looked like he doing all right. But yeah, it was another story being told that night for sure.
Real quick,
For sure.
I don't think I mentioned this, but when I found out, no, I don't think I mentioned it, but and if I did, my apologies. But Donnell Jones did not do. I think it's called "I'm Gonna Be." That song, "I'm Gonna Be."
Mm-hmm.
Do me wrong. He did not do that song, and I was DJing Saturday, like this past Saturday, and I was like, well, let me let people
Mm-hmm.
know, that the show was going on, blah blah blah. So I pulled up my stash, and then "I'm Gonna Be" was on there, and I was sitting there. I was like, he didn't even perform this song. Like, why you should have pulled that out the
Mm-hmm.
clutch, dog? Like, you missed
Mm-hmm.
one of your hits. Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So outside of the performance being crazy, he was missing hits. Like, he wasn't even playing the joints because "I'm Gonna Be" is the joint.
And yeah, and again, the unfortunate thing about this battle was Donnell Jones got records, bro. He has a classic R&B album under his belt.
Yeah.
Like he does. And for him to, man, not really fully take advantage of this opportunity. I'm not saying that he didn't take advantage of it. I take that back. But if he would have came out there and smashed it vocally, I mean, this brother could have put out another album. He probably could have got on another tour real quick. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But that just wasn't the case. But all in all, I think it was a great overall moment for R&B. But it was a letdown vocally with Donnell Jones. And I don't want to pile on Donnell. I think he's still a legend. I think he's still him when it comes to R&B. But man, that's gonna be a tough ticket to sell, baby, if Donnell Jones come across your feed. Come across your feed. Just keeping it a bean. And then, like I said, man, the 702 performance was awful. The background singer, the buddy who sung the Usher joint, Donnell should have just sung it. It sounded exactly the same.
Yep.
But then when you bring out 50, that was the biggest thing. I said, 50 on the versus stage, that's how you know he really down with Joe. Like, he really rock with Joe for him to come out there on that stage. And that was huge for versus, man. They'll never get 50 again. 50 said the only person he'll do a versus with it is Eminem. That's it. That's it. And I think for the culture, for the moment, they need to get that done. But that's another topic for another day.
Indeed. All right.
I apologize for the technical difficulties, everyone. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know because you still blurry now. Like you had
everything checking out on my end. I don't know. My internet might be something out there happening to one of them towers out there somewhere or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you had that 180p, but we still rocking though. We still rocking.
Yeah, we're gonna rock. Just want to put that out there. Disclaimer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Next list. The next joint. You said you had some wrap up actions about. Oh yeah, my man. Yeah, I'm gonna let you usher that one because you. My man. Hey, my brother was mad, boy. Let me put that 6 out there real quick.
Six.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw it out there. Man, can I get it a couple more times, please?
Yes, sir.
Couple sixes.
I'm gonna walk. While you talking, I'm gonna walk through it.
So yeah, it was. This was a very disappointing experience that Essence gave us with this R&B list, and I just made sure that I wasn't tripping. So I sent this list out to some friends of mine just to get their perspective on this list, and I am still really bothered of the effort that was put into this list. And then this thing that tripped me out with them, they put this huge disclaimer. There's huge disclaimer before the list started.
Yeah.
And the top 10, listen, bro. At number 10, they got Nothing Even Matters from Lauryn Hill. At number 10. And I'm not going to take too much time here, but I just want to kind of let y'all know why I'm upset. All right? You got Earth, Wind & Fire, Reasons at number 9. You got Weak from SWV at number 8. Never Too Much by Luther at number 7. As a Song for You by Donny Hathaway at 6. That's them opening up the airwaves. And then we get into the top 5 here. Before I let you go, Frankie Beverly and Maze, Adore by Prince. Adore by Prince is at number 4, bro. I Have Nothing, the only Whitney Houston record, is at number 3. I love Tevin Campbell, dog. I love Tevin Campbell. But can we talk at number 2? Overall is insane. It is insane.
Yeah.
And then number 1 was Stevie Wonder's
Ass.
I forget the name of the record. Who was it?
Ass.
Yeah, but Stevie Wonder at number 1. So
Yeah.
look, no slight to the artist, no slight to the records, but Essence, I'm disappointed in the list. I thought it was a half-hearted list. Who was over the list? Who were the people in control of the list? Because a lot of y'all reached out to me when I said that Dangerously in Love Part 2 was even on the list. So yeah, Essence, do better. We deserve, especially for R&B, we just deserve a little bit more effort. Expound the panel. Expound the panel, okay? Let's get a redo, if we can. And can we get a part 2 to this list, and let's do this list right. The Mariah Carey records, the Whitney records, the Prince records, they got better records than the ones that y'all featured. They got better records than the ones y'all featured. So that's all. I'm gonna leave it there. And we still gonna do this. We gonna get in a room.
I'm about to say, yeah, we still gotta do that. We still gotta do the gathering.
Freddie Bricks, PJ Durrell, Terry Larry Love, that I don't care what time R&B mostly start. Get in the room. Al Pete set is just gonna have to wait a damn minute because he's in the room. Somebody else go on. Put another DJ on until Pete comes out of the room. We need a legit R&B list, and that just wasn't it coming from one of the more prominent black media markets. And no disrespect to Essence, they do phenomenal work and have been for decades and decades. But when you're talking about R&B, I just think R&B deserved a little bit more love than that. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. I'm done. Just a little bit more love than that. Again, Larry Love, I don't care what time you got to get to the venue. Get in the room. PJ Durrell, it's cool, bro. Like, you got sick days. Let them people know you're not going to be there. You got sick days. Okay? Freddie Bricks, it's cool. You can put them drums and them pianos on that beat when you get back to the house, my boy. You feel me? We need to get in the room and get this done. So before 2026 is over, whatever he said top 50 or top 25 R&B list of all time will be out. Okay. And now my Wi-Fi is working again and right on time because I'm clear again. I am clear again to get this out of hand claps for the Wi-Fi being restored. Okay.
You had to get it out.
So yeah, I'm good.
That's what it was. That's what it was. It was a load off.
I'm cool now.
Hey man, you said somebody had an issue with you talking about Dangerously in Love too?
No. They had an issue with the Dangerously in Love too.
Oh, okay. So they shared the sentiment.
Yeah, they didn't even know.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't even know there was a such thing as a Dangerously in Love too. That's what I was told. They said, bro, I didn't even know it was a Dangerously in Love. I said, yeah, bro, it's one. And these folks ranked that record. They ranked that record.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Out of all the Beyonce songs, they had to rank that joint. I was like, golly, boy. I think that's my main.
Yeah.
That's my main concern about the list. I'm like, Beyonce, Dangerously in Love too. Like, why?
Insane.
Why? And then it's the Ari Lennox, Kalani, and then the Frank Ocean.
Oh man. Yeah, but don't worry about it. We got y'all covered.
Indeed.
Cause we got editors too. We know how to edit. We know how to do graphics. We know how to do all that. So when we roll this out, it's gonna be legit. But at the end of the year, you're going to get this list. R&B deserves better. And look, there are plenty of R&B lists out there. Complex, Billboard, everybody does them. But this is from Essence. Y'all do the 4th of July festival every year. Y'all have the biggest and the best R&B acts of all time singing better records than you had on the list.
Oh my God. Yeah, listen.
I'm gonna leave it
Right,
there, man.
that is an absolute great point. And that an absolute great point.
Yeah, you got these people out here performing their greatest records, and y'all shortchange them.
Right.
But anyway, I'm cool on it. Hey, Larry Love, again, last time, bro. I don't care what time you got to be to the venue. Let them people know that you and Pete are going to be late. Because PJ called out. Freddie Britt's gonna hold them drums so he get back to the stew. And we got to get this done. Okay? All right, I'm good. I'm cool.
I rock with it.
Yes, sir.
Again,
yeah,
before we move forward, Dangerously in Love 2, bro.
Was on the list.
Like, excuse me?
It's crazy, bro.
Excuse me.
On the list, bro.
On the list. It's tragic.
On the list.
All right. So as we move forward, our next topic is the complex re-rank of 1996 albums. So, to my people that had the joy of listening to hip hop music, is it hip hop music or did it say album or does it say album?
It's hip hop, yeah. Rap albums.
Rap albums. Okay.
Yeah. 1996.
But yeah, if you had the joy of growing up in 1996, whether it was your formative years or you was in college or whatever the case may be, 1996 has been out of the decade of the 1990s. 1996 is one of those years that people deem to be one of the greatest years of albums being released or whatever. So Complex did a re-rank, which I'm assuming they ranked it before and they just kind of doing a re-rank again, kind of like a.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Okay. So I was kind of misled on the Complex, the joint, the post that you sent me. So it looked like it was saying, well, it says Nas, It Was Written is the best album of 1996, according to the people's votes.
Yes.
But then it said something. It said why we ranked it at number 7. So I'm assuming this was the rank before, and then
yes.
I follow now. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Your thoughts, D? It was written.
Yeah, this is all opinion based for sure, but don't get me wrong, Nas, It Was Written, phenomenal album. I just don't think it's better than Fugees' The Score. I don't think it's better than Reasonable Doubt. I don't think it's better than Iron Man from Ghostface Killer.
Oh,
and you got to know your R&B to know your R&B.
Lord. Whoa.
I don't think it's better than Iron Man.
Oh.
And then I also don't think it's better than Ryan Dirty from UGK.
Well, sheesh.
I got a top 5. But I just don't have it that high over these other ATLs. I don't even have it over that, so I guess it's top 6. It's top 6. Now, I went back in preparation for the show on yesterday and went back to It Was Written. I love the album. But it's not better than Fugees' The Score. If I had one gripe, it's not better than Fugees' The Score and it's not better than Reasonable Doubt. Those are the 2 albums, like, for sure. The others are preferences. UGK, huge fan of UGK, ATLians, those are preferences for me. But, like, my concrete stance, it ain't better than The Score, it ain't better than Reasonable Doubt. It ain't better, in my opinion. I think everything else around here, like the Redman Muddy the Waters, I mean, that can sit where it's at, in my opinion. I really feel the Mobb Deep could have been dropped down a little bit lower in comparison to some of the other records. The Machiavelli, the Don Culuminati, the 7-Day Theory has jumped up from number 10 to number 3. How? So Complex, this is my issue with Complex too. Like, who's in the room?
Hold on, let me.
Who's in the room, bruh? Who's in the room? Now, I'm not pissing on these albums, but the jumps here are insane. And for Reasonable Doubt to be 7, are we joking? We gotta be joking. Fuji's the score to be at 5. Oh, so that means y'all just wasn't there. Just say that. Just say that. Because what it looked like Chat GPT or Google AI put this list together.
Sheesh.
And I hate to make it sound like I'm dissing Nas and it was, I'm not, bro. But my 2 concrete stances, it ain't better than Reasonable Doubt. It ain't better than the score. It ain't. It ain't better than that, bro. It ain't better than that. Much respect to Nostradamus, but it ain't on that. You feel me? It ain't on that. It ain't on that. That's where I'm at. Cause I ain't gonna go no further, man. Now all eyes on me, fire, bro. It should be probably where it is at number 2. Probably should be. Probably should be. But you mean to tell me you had both Tupac albums back to back? Man, stop it, bro. That Machiavelli joint is not a top. I don't even think it was top 10 for 1996 albums, but that's another story.
I'm about to say I would put that more so in the 97 range. Like, it became popular after he passed away, which he passed away in 96, September 96. But I remember getting a hold of that in 97 because that's when I walked across stage in high school. So, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. But
that's
you got anything else? You got any more?
I'm cool. I'm cool.
So I feel like It Was Written deserves to be at number 1. I am not arguing with that at all. Now, and this is coming from somebody that is a extremely big fan of you know who, and that's my favorite album of Outkast overall. Like Outkast, ATL is like if you ask me, it don't matter what day you gonna ask. But ATLiens is my favorite album Outkast of all time, like without a doubt. But It Was Written being over Outkast, I can allow that. I could allow that. From, well, first off, what are we basing this off, D? Like, or do we even need to go through that?
It don't have to be. It don't got to be a rule, or it don't got to be a layout. It just what you remember at that time. What the vibes was at that time. It ain't got to be based on cultural impact. It ain't got to be based on none. We just stick to the music. We just stick to the music. Now, obviously, when you release music, cool.
Yeah, Fuji's album was good. It was good. It was cool, but I don't know. But if we basing it off like where we were at that moment, or like just the feelings of it, it struck me way harder than the Fugees.
Okay, I feel that. I understand the personal preference. But these dropped back in 1996. So in 2026, we know more than what we did when they first released. You still think that It Was Written was more impactful than the score? I'm just asking. It might be a tough call, but I'm just asking.
I mean, I do. I feel like Nas.
Okay,
was,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Nas was coming off Illmatic, so
yeah, sure, he was hot.
Yeah,
he was hot. But you know what separated? We all know what separated the Fugees from everything else when they dropped, right?
What, Lauryn Hill?
Yes. And I'm gonna say this: in 1996, 1997, Lauryn Hill was a top 5 hip hop rapper. When she got on Versus and she spit, Lauryn Hill was arguably top 5. Yeah. Boxing with Nas, boxing with Hove, boxing with anybody who was spitting, in my personal opinion. Go listen to the Verses. Go listen to what she was on. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm saying. And look, I don't have a problem with It Was Written. I'm not saying nothing crazy about it.
Right.
I have it in the top 5. But for it to jump 7 spots, 7 spots over what it jumped over Reasonable Doubt, over the score, over ATLiens? I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. And think when Outkast dropped, and you know this, Pete. I ain't telling you nothing you don't know, bro.
For sure, for sure.
When Outkast dropped, that bro, it was something that was just unheard of down here in the South.
Yeah, yeah.
That movement, that cultural impact that they had, who was delivering that energy worldwide? And don't get me wrong, coming off Illmatic, but let's not get. I'm gonna say this, and it might be like a whoa, you tripping, bro. But I'm gonna say it anyway. Look, let's not get the fact that Nas was hot off Illmatic and it was written just kind of tugged along. It was written just kind of jumped in the passenger seat of what Illmatic did, because Nas was already hot. I might be bugging, but hey, that's how I feel.
So you feel like it was written, was simply riding off the wave of, well, I mean, respectfully it is.
It helped.
Like it helped. It helped. It was written to stay afloat because of the Illmatic.
Yes.
Versus versus Reasonable Doubt standing alone, versus Fuji standing alone, versus Outkast. Like Outkast, you know what? Fair enough. Outkast, ATLiens definitely stood alone away from Southern Playalistic Cadillac music. Fair enough. Fair. I give you that, D. I give you that. I give you that.
Again, no disrespect. It was written.
No, I know it's no disrespect, but that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Now, I do remember he was at number 7 first. Now, if he was at 7 first, he was at 7 first. So him being at 7 first was a legit thing, because the first thing that people think about Nas is the fact that he can't pick no beats and stuff like that. They gonna live off that.
Come on. And guess what? It was written as a part of that conversation coming off Illmatic.
The beats, though?
Man, them beats on it was written wasn't nothing nice.
Man, I don't know about that, dog. Like, I mean, I feel like
them beats was cool. Them beats was cool, Pete. Them beats was cool, Pete. I'm just keeping it a beat. And again, I hate that I'm doing this because it make it seem like I'm just dissing and pissing on It Was Written. I am not doing that. I'm not. But this is just a part of the conversation of this re-rank of 1996 hip hop.
No, I got you. I follow. I still feel like Nas is. I still feel like Nas, It Was Written, is being number 1 is cool. I can kind of rock with. I can rock with the it jumping in the passenger seat is Stillmatic. But when we talk about the essence of the other albums that's on here, and if that's the case, we could just remove Machiavelli. Machiavelli need to be in the 97. Like that can go. So yeah, I rock with that. But for some reason, I still feel like It Was Written was still had the impact that it had. I mean, the context of the songs that was on the album, like when he was rapping about being a gun. When he rapped about being a gun, like I was like, yo, like
it did. It did. I ain't got nothing to say about it. I'm with you on it.
Yeah. He introduced the Firm on that album. Like he ushered in the Firm, like AZ, Nas, like, so it was some things that was important on there. I think that we can talk about outside of the beats, which I feel like the beats were dope as hell.
Cool. Cool.
He said they all right.
It was cool, bro. It was cool.
I thought they were dope, man. Now, when we start breaking that down, like if we focus on the beats, different story. Because if we go into Reasonable Doubt, I'm pulling out Bring It On first. Bro, like Bring It On with Sauce Money,
ATLiens, ATLiens production.
Man, come on,
bro.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. The score, the production on the score, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Yeah, that was like matter of fact, Wyclef, Diamond D was producing on that. Yeah.
Come on, dog. But I think it's a great topic. I mean, those for who go that far back in 1996. I mean, me and Pete tell my age a little bit. But if you're a hip hop historian, it's a great conversation for y'all to let us know in the comments what y'all thinking. If y'all was, not necessarily if you was around that time, because some of y'all might be younger. But even if you've invested your time in going back to certain years of hip hop, Like I know a lot of younger hip hop heads do. They go back to certain years that they just weren't around, and it's always given a great conversation. But yeah, I think this is a great conversation. I think it's a fun topic. But man, I was just appalled a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. It might not
Listen,
sound like it, but I promise you it was a little bit.
listen. Going forward, we are not going to be like we're gonna have to stop doing the list. When the list come out, we're gonna have to just block D from it because you gonna be pissing D off with the list, dog.
I'm gonna tell it how it is, man. I'm
Absolutely.
gonna tell it. Yes, sir.
Alrighty. So we're at. Oh, speaking of Nas,
Speaking of Nas,
yeah, we gonna let D usher us in.
man. So listen, man. Nas and Hit Boy apparently are no more. Like they don't allegedly or not allegedly. Hit Boy said it. They don't even have a relationship no more. And why is this so terrible to hear? Why are we talking about this? Well, just personally for me and Pete, man, we celebrated every Hit Boy and Nas release.
Absolutely.
Going all the way back to King's Disease. They did what, 6 albums? I think they did a total of 6.
Yeah, 6.
An incredible run, man. And then now to hear in these clips of Hit Boy sitting down with Elliot Wilson and Vlad and just seeing that obviously there's a deep issue between Hit Boy and Nas, and Hit Boy is proclaiming that he'll never work with him again. Like that was what it was, and it's just so hard to hear that because those brothers created magic, man. Like every album was absolutely sensational. I'm gonna pull up the whole lineup of the albums, but it started with King's Disease.
Speaking of magic,
it started with that was an album. Yeah, it started with King's Disease, and I love that album. When that album came out, it was just like a breath of fresh air, especially coming from Nas. Speaking of beat selection, it was just a different vibe from Nas. So you go King Disease 2. You got Magic, King Disease 3, Magic 2, and then Magic 3, which I really love Magic 3. What an incredible run from Hit Boy and from Nas. And the problem that I have is like, I'm not really a messy dude. I don't necessarily need to know the issue because that's for them. But for Hit Boy to articulate it in the way that he did, it sounded like Hit Boy's kind of hurt. He sounded hurt from something that has taken place between him and Nas. And I hate that for hip hop. For what this movement was between these two and what it is now, man, I just felt like having this conversation because like we're talking about history really with these two. And I mean, I might be out of line by saying this, but Hit Boy kind of helped give Nas like that upgrade, so to speak, in this new era of hip hop. Because when you look at rappers from Nas's era, a lot of those are considered old school legends now. Nothing wrong with that. They did what they did. They made their mark. But Nas was able to continue to progress his career by starting to, get in the lab with certain producers like Hit Boy. And I just kind of felt like, man, like that's a big deal. And when you look at it, in my opinion, not saying anything about Nas's skill set, but if you know Hit Boy, you know what he brings to the table. Right. It was an unorthodox pairing between Hit Boy and Nas. That's what made it such a wow moment when we first got King Disease. So it sucks, man. I just want to kind of speak on how bad I feel about no Nas, no Hit Boy music, or not even just no more music. Just they don't even have a relationship anymore. That was tough coming from the mouth of Hit Boy. That was tough to see. Tough to see, Pete.
I'm curious to know. Like, I would like to see this play out a little bit more because, well, like I said, when I first saw like the clip, I thought it was kind of like a in passing conversation. But then when I seen DJ Vlad on there, it really the the credibility of it, I immediately tuned out because I just feel like DJ Vlad is a culture of the vulture. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, a vulture
Mm-hmm.
culture. So I dismissed that very quick, and then I also questioned like why Elliot was in the same room as Vlad. And
Yeah.
so that stopped me from like analyzing or looking more into the situation. So I would like to see it played out a little bit more, but one of my thoughts I did have, I was like, well, we don't know their business. We don't. We see
Yeah,
what
for sure.
what they said or whatever. But I'm like, is it warrant for them to keep a relationship going if the work is done, or like, I don't know. I mean, that's hard for me to say because coming from somebody like me, I cherish relationships. I cherish like, uh, you know, sometimes I cherish them down to a default because lately I've been finding, not even lately, but in the past or whatever the case may be, I'll always find out where I stand with some people. Like I'd be calling somebody, that's my sister, da da da, but then they treat me like you ain't even a friend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you get that reminder sometimes, what I'm saying, and it's
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate, but that was the thought that I kind of went to first, which is interesting for me because, like I said, I really cherish relationships, and regardless if you however you build a relationship, it should stand within that test of time in whatever case may be. Depending, it's all subjective when you get deeper into it, but I think the foundation of it, i.e., a Hit Boy and a Nas doing all this tremendous work. Like
Yeah, man.
you would think that a friendship would be there, some type of understanding or
That's a lot of
whatever.
time.
Yeah,
A
that's
lot
a
of
lot of
time
time and a
together.
lot of energy, man. A lot of respect. Like that music when it was served to us,
Conversations.
yeah, it was served to us so beautifully. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
it was served
Promos,
with,
everything.
yeah, with love and all that. It was just like word. And I
Intentional.
remember, yeah, with all that. And I remember every time
Yeah.
we saw a promo, it was either me hitting D up or D
Yeah.
hitting me up
Yeah.
about, oh boy, you
Yeah.
see what them boys doing. I remember rapping off
Yeah.
one of them verses, off one of them songs off the rip. Like I rapped and everything. So just from me and D standpoint, like if outside of our brotherhood friendship, if we got some commonality, we got the Nas and the Hit Boys. Like we talk about a lot of music, but I do feel like
Yeah.
outside of Jay-Z, outside of 50 Cent conversations, Outkast, R&B, one of the things that me and D are always gonna lock in on is the Hit Boy and Nas. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just kind of interesting to me to see that them boys at some odds or whatever after they done all of this, and we over here as fans, like just we locked in on fan tip. Like even if me and D didn't know
Yeah.
each
Terrible.
other, if we didn't know each other, and we went to a concert or something like that, and we was locked in on it, like just see how y'all see what I'm saying, like how it manifests and how a friendship and a brotherhood could
Yeah.
come strictly from that type of thing. So for them two to have eyes is interesting to me. So that's why I want to see it play out a little bit more. Like it got to be some like political stuff. Like, and I say political meaning like money or I don't know. Like,
Yeah. Hit Boy sound hurt, man. Hit Boy sound hurt. Just kind of putting that in there because he talking details. It's been 3 years since I talked to Nas. Like he's not just kind of spewing it out like, oh nah, me and Buddy, we cool. Like he didn't dismiss it. Like it was something behind that. And like you said, maybe it will play out. Maybe, Nas a OG, so he may never speak on it. You know what I mean? But
man,
there's
Nas,
something
Nas
there
ain't
and
gonna
it's
never speak on.
unfortunate.
He ain't gonna speak on none of
Or he might not.
that.
He might not. He might not. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. You talking about 6 albums, over 80 songs, and Hit Boy produced all of them. They won Grammys off of these projects. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
So
else was
I don't
he?
know.
What
Just
else?
want to
What
bring
else
that to
was
the
he
table.
saying, D? What else? What else was he saying? Like outside of the three
What?
years they ain't spoke. Like why did that
So
even
I just
come
saw
up?
he said it was something deep. That's what Hit Boy said. It was something deep, something real deep. That's what he said out of his mouth. So I didn't see the full interview. I just seen the passing clip. But he said it was something deep. I don't want to get really too deep into it. That's what he said. And then he just said, yeah, man, we did a lot of music together. He just kind of started reminiscing a little bit. And then that's when you can see Elliot and Vlad just kind of taper down, because I guess initially when Hit Boy was talking, they didn't think that was coming from Hit Boy. So he changed the whole mood of the interview once he revealed, like, this thing between him and Nas. So I don't know. Maybe the days and the months will tell us, but I'm very saddened about that. Very saddened about that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they, like, shoot, that's Nas' first Grammy, right?
I'm not sure. I got to fact check that. I'm not sure.
Well,
If that's
I
his
don't know.
first
I
one.
don't think. I think Nas has been nominated. It was. I want to say
Right.
It was. I mean, he's been nominated multiple times, but
yeah, for several times.
but I feel like Nas won his first Grammy with Hit Boy.
He might have. Look it up real quick.
I don't know. It's a lot of history.
Yeah, he did. He has only one Grammy in his collection. I mean, in his career, and he won it for the 2021 album King's Disease. Best rap album. That's the only one that he has. Wow, man. Wow.
Because I want to say he got. I think that's a story that was being told as well, that him being snubbed for not getting it for It Was Written. It was either, I think it was It Written, because after It Was Written, that's when things got kind of cloudy for, his albums or what. That's when really people really was like, beats not being all that stuff. But I feel like It Was Written was the one that he got snubbed from, and everybody was saying that he should have got a Grammy for that. So that's why him getting a Grammy with Hit Boy was just so important to the culture, because everybody was like, Nas definitely deserves a Grammy, despite what everybody is saying. So, with that being said, it's just unfortunate that them boys are at odds for sure.
It is, man. It is.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what was the source again, D, that you saw the video?
I just saw it floating around when I was scrolling through Instagram prepping for the show, and it was one of those media outlets that posted the clip. I'm gonna try to find the interview, because now I'm more intrigued onto what Hit Boy had to say, what else he had to say about it. But yeah, I just saw it scrolling through, and that's when I sent it to you, and I was just kind of like, what? Hit Boy and Nas no longer communicate? I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that
must be a typo. But nah, it's true. But yeah, if y'all know more about that situation, y'all let us know down in the comments, man. But I'm definitely going to continue to research that and just kind of see for myself what I can find. But yeah, that sucks. That sucks for hip hop. For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
And I want people to stop talking to Vlad too, but that's a whole nother story.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. We at the last section of the show where we talk about the music that we are listening to currently.
Yeah.
So you want to go for it, D, first? I'm pulling up my list.
Yeah, two albums for me, man. First off, shout out to Rhapsody. Her new album, God Got an Afro and Gold Hoops. Just beautifully done. The production, the music. It's like a great playlist, man. That neo soul, hip hop, retrospective energy all the way through and through the album. I just thought it was phenomenal, man. Rhapsody, man, she just deserves so much more love and so much more shine than what she gets. She's a true artist, especially when she first hit the scene, to producing this album, really showing her range a little bit. Very, very well done. I listened to this a couple of times throughout the past week and a half, and I'm just a fan of what she's doing. And I really root for her, man. Just continue to see the evolution of her career and her talents. So big shout out to her new album, available now. God Got a Afro and Gold Hoops from Rhapsody. All right. And also, I got to bless y'all with some R&B. My man Eric Bellinger put out his self-titled album. Eric Bellinger is phenomenal. It's a real R&B vibe. None of that gimmicky R&B. He got some real hits on there, some real vibes on there. Fellas, if you're trying to take your lady out this weekend and just looking for a steady play, that Aaron Bellinger album might get the job done for you for sure. Not might, it will. It just got a lot of different vibes, a lot of different energies, and it just kind of has that R&B, like that legit R&B vibe that some of us are missing in today's R&B. There's a lot of microwavable songs. I hate the interlude era of R&B. You get these 58-second songs, 1 minute and 30-second songs, and the bridges are gone and you're not getting second verses. I hate this era of R&B. Just kind of what it produces. But Eric Bellinger, he really, really delivered on that one. And then last but not least, man, I was really surprised with the documentary 3 from The Game. I was intrigued to listen to the album. After just kind of seeing some of the interviews, I heard a couple of the records, but he got some heat on here. And the thing about a Game album, he gonna give you 49,000 songs.
Yeah.
It took me a whole week to go through the whole album, but he got some heat on here. He got some heat on here, man. So I definitely want to shout out the Game. Game a legend, man. I mean, when the West Coast was dead, he put it on his back and he gave it life, back in 2005, 2006 or whatever, when he first hit the scene. So yeah, the documentary 3, it's a long listen. But listen, if you're a hip hop fan, if you like West Coast rap, if you like the Game, he got some records on there, man. Like, he got more than some records. He has, I want to say, at least off the top of my head, I remember 10 of these hitting that I added to my hip hop playlist. So shout out to the Game, man, on the documentary 3. So it really came out of nowhere too. It's kind of like a surprise drop. Really no promotion for it until like the day before when he put out the Drake record, which is a skipper for me. The No Breaks record is a skip. I know he allegedly is taking some shots at Kendrick or whatever, and Game says he scrapped the Drake verse because it would have reignited the beef. I don't really believe all that. I think Game is excellent in front of the camera. I think he's excellent in front of a microphone as well. But not to take away from the album, I thought it was a solid play. So yeah, the Game documentary 3, for all you hip hop heads out there, I think it's a cool listen.
Indeed. I need to get that to that Game joint, but it made sense for him to it's on brand because I mean he did the verses, so he did the verses YG, so.
Oh yeah.
So I mean I don't think he even I don't know if he mentioned it or not. He was loose as a goose on that show, but
Don Hooley.
Yeah, but that boy down that joint, but he might have said it in the midst of it, but nevertheless, it's right on time for him to drop something. So, for me, my first album, brother, Ransom, The Price of Clarity. Listen, to my people that like that grimy hip hop, grimy. When I say grimy, I'm talking about like bar, rip your face off rhymes and stuff like that. Ransom dropped the album, The Price of Clarity. Ransom is a problem, first off. Let's just make that clear.
Yeah, he been a problem.
He been a problem. So he dropped this album, and it's like every album gets better and better and better. And not saying, I mean, from the jump, when I first heard him, he was coming out swinging. But he's been dropping these like very consistent albums, man. My favorite joint on there, it's called Sorry My Love with Nick Grant. But Nick Grant gets on there and spits like crazy. You got Tony Baker on there. He got Freeway and Young Chris. He revised a song that's on a past album, The Coldest Winter. He changed the title and everything, but put Freeway and Young Chris on there, so you got that Philadelphia love to it. So, but that's like my top album, number 1. I've been bumping that album like crazy. Just finished listening to Rhapsody yesterday. That was a very great listen. Like you said, neo soul hip hop type of action to it. Yeah, Rhapsody is rap. So I love it. I listened to Busta Rhymes' album, Diligence 2.
Okay.
With all the Jay Dilla. I'm a big Jay Dilla fanatic. That's like my favorite producer all the time. So I listened to that. That was definitely a solid surprise that Busta Rhymes came through and dropped that on us. He got a joint with Lil Wayne that's fire. Lil Wayne definitely handled that verse. Like, I know we talked about Lil Wayne past couple of episodes, but Lil Wayne definitely came on there and flamed it. And it sounded good. Lil Wayne sounded good on a Dilla beat, too. Like, I was like, word. Like, it's, because I think people think that Dilla, when he makes those beats, it's for the boom bap backpacker type of guys. But I remember Busta Rhymes being, I guess, straddling that line of like the hip hop and the rap has always been interesting to me because Busta Rhymes come from that tree of Jungle Brothers, Tribe Called Quest, De La. So he comes from that tree, but at the same time too, he still has like that pop aspect to him. So for him to jump on those type of beats, I feel like he did a great job on that. So shouts out to that. When it comes to R&B, oh man, the Womack sisters.
You keep shouting them out too.
The album, well, the album is here. The
Beautiful.
album is here. The full
It is
album,
here.
it is here.
It is
Please
here.
go listen to
Beautiful.
it, y'all. It's got that funk, that soul, that R&B.
vibe.
Yeah, just like that vibe.
Yeah.
It's got like that. It's like it's got that swing to it. So it's got a little bit of swing to it, but that funk and that
got
soul,
that old school feel to it.
Absolutely, yeah. So I would recommend y'all check out that Womack Sisters album. It's beautiful. The
good.
drops that they've been doing has been beautiful, beautiful.
I agree.
Yeah, man. But that's all I got as far as like the music or whatnot. That's what I've been on. I'm trying to think of some. I don't know, man. You know, music these days. You wake up one morning and everything is in your lap. Like I woke up one morning and they said Cleo Soul dropped the album. I'm like, all right, I gotta go listen to the album. So Eric Bellinger, when I woke up, Eric Bellinger was out. I'm like, darn, I gotta. So it's just a lot of music.
Yeah, I love that album.
Yeah. Okay.
Really good.
Cool. Well, yeah, definitely let us know what y'all listening to. Let us know. Put us up on some stuff, man. If we missed something, not even missed something, we just kind of sharing what we love. But if there's something that you would like for us to check out, hit us up on the chats and let us know.
Yeah,
listen, and definitely listen to the joints that we suggested to y'all.
Yeah, for sure. Good music out there, y'all. Check it out, man. Good music out there.
Definitely. All right. Are all hearts and minds clear?
Yes, sir. Another great one.
Just a quick takeaway to my people that's listening to this. We need to make sure that these media companies don't put out any more lists, because if a list gets put out, it's gonna be trouble. It's gonna be trouble.
It is.
You put more work on. You put more work on me, and I had no problem with the work.
Yes.
But you put more work on me when you do this, because my brother D don't play the radio with that stuff.
I'm coming through. We just can't do it the wrong way. I'm not saying it has to be my way. I'm not saying it has to be my way at all. I'm just saying, can we get a little bit of effort? That's it. Some of these lists are nuts, but if I get going, we're gonna be here another 30 minutes, and I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm not gonna do that. And again, Larry Love, I don't care, bro. Like, don't tell me you got to be to the spot at. Get in the room. Pete, tell somebody else they got the DJ from 10:30 or 11:45. I don't care. Tell them somebody else got to do it, bro.
We'll have two other. We'll have two other DJs. We usually have two other DJs at R&B Moses. So
you will need to. Freddie Bricks, I don't care about the drum pattern that's in your head currently. Put it in your iPhone and hold on to it till you get home. I don't care about the drum pattern for the next album, bro. I don't care. All right, just hold on to it. And PJ Darrell, you got sick time. You been where you at for so many years. You have time to take off. Don't tell me you're not available. You are. You're available. Okay. So yeah, we just gotta see what you did, Pete. I'm just trying to chill.
Nah, we got to let him know. Listen.
But I'm cool on.
My brother has spoke. My brother has spoke.
I'm cool. I'm cool. He said whatever he said. He said top 25 R&B list coming out later this year. That's that.
Yeah. For sure. Another good one in the books.
No doubt.
Let them know where they can find you at, my guy.
Dedrick Hicks Jr., all platforms, Instagram, YouTube. That's really where I hang out these days, man. I'm finna get my thread started up. I've been convinced to get on Threads, so I'm gonna go ahead and set that up. But that's where you can find me, Dedrick Hicks Jr., on those platforms. Appreciate all the love and support as always. Again, thank y'all for riding with us through the technical difficulties for about 20 minutes of the show. Don't know what that was about, but appreciate y'all for rocking. Hit that subscribe button. Share the show. Let us know what you're thinking. Hit us up, man. We're just going to keep this thing going brick by brick. Slow motion with it, but this is going to be a thing, man. Me and my brother, we locked in. He's one of the hardest working people I know. And look, when we commit to something, we commit.
We own it.
And we're gonna make sure that it happen, man, for sure. So again, appreciate y'all, man, for sure.
Definitely. You can find me, MrRPete.com, mpn-lc.com. If you're lazy, if you're too lazy, just go to the socials, Mr. Alpete, MRALPETE everywhere, NPN Management everywhere, the Groove Suite
Mhm.
everywhere, and come find me. I'm usually lurking on Threads and Instagram, but I'm always I'm floating on in the YouTube spaces and the TikTok spaces more often. So, but yeah, come follow us, man, and see what we got going on individually for sure and collectively.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right. So next go round, we will hopefully not have any list to deal with. I'm praying that we had no list to deal with, but nevertheless, subscribe, subscribe. We appreciate everybody, y'all. Until the next go round, we'll holler at y'all.
Peace.